Okay, so today we are going to go over setting our spa filter settings and modes and all that good stuff on our top side. As you can see, it's telling me after we've plugged it in or the electrician has hooked up power that it's telling us to purge the pumps, which means we're going to turn the pumps on. And this is going to get any air out of the system, and it's also going to give us our temperature reading because it's dashes right now because there's no water flowing through the actual heater. So we turn on jet 1, we turn on jet 2, jet 3, or if you only have one jet or two jets, that's what you're going to turn on. Now, when you go into the system, you need to do a sequence of buttons, which is going to be warm and light, and that's going to take us in. So we're going to do warm, light, and it's first thing it's going to do after we hit warm, light, warm is it's going to allow us to lower or raise our temperature. We're going to set this spa at 104 degrees. And now we're going to go into our filter modes. We want it to say ready. We want it to say range, and that triangle needs to be pointing upward. And we'll get to the reason why here in a minute, and then your filter. So we would hit warm, light, and then it would say temp. We want to push the arrow up button. That brings the range down. We want the arrow up. So we push the warm up button again. Range is now up. And then hit the light button. Now we've got range set. And it says ready. So we're good to go there. Now we're going to do warm, light, and we're going to keep hitting the light button to go to mode. Mode, if you hit the arrow up button for your temp, it would put it to rest, which means that it will be just in like a sleep mode. You want it to be in ready. Then you would push your light button again. Warm and light will always bring you through your settings. Scroll over now, hit light again. You can set your time. Set our time, we hit the warm up button, and then it asks us basically set the time. We're going to set the time for 12:02. So we hit the light button to move over to the seconds, and then you can arrow up or arrow down to adjust. Warm, light, and we're going to use light to scroll through. We're good with mode. We've got our time set. Flip basically moves this to where you can read it inside the tub or outside the tub. For right now, I would stay away from your lock and hold. We'll get to those at a later date. Now we're going to go into filters. So we've tabbed over with the light button to filter. We're going to push our arrow up or temp up button, and it tells us to be our beginning time for our filter is 8. And we want it for 8 a.m. So we're good there. We're going to hit the light button to go to seconds. And we're making sure that filter 1 has an A right there. Then we're going to have it, once we hit that, we're going to hit our light button again. And then it says run hours. So we push the arrow up button again. We want this one to filter for 24 hours, so it's got 24-hour circulation. So we're going to arrow up for our first filter setting to be for 12 hours. Filter 1's going to end at 8 p.m. So we're going to hit our light button again. We're going to go to filter 2. We're going to push our arrow up, and it tells us that filter 2 is off. We're going to arrow up again. Now filter 2 is on. We're going to touch our light button, and we're going to hit our arrow up to begin. We're at 8, and we wanted it at p.m. because we were at 8 a.m. earlier. So we want another 12 hours for a total of 24-hour circulation. Our run time we want for 12 hours. Or you can dial it down, or you can turn your second filter on. Once that's done, we're going to hit the light button. There's our seconds that it's blinking, asking us to adjust, and you can adjust them up, or you can adjust them down. And your light button again. Filter 2 is going to end at 8 a.m. So we basically have it going from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. so that each one is filtering 12 hours, which gives you your 24-hour circulation. Preference is going to be for your Fahrenheit or Celsius. Your utility is mainly for testing to make sure you've got 220 volts and so on and so forth. Then we're back to our temperature. If you're worried about your settings changing, always just wait till it stops flashing, and then you can go back into another setting without having to change. And that is how you set your filtering up each time you turn your GFCI on and off.